America, experts from other countries, and it will be easily approved. And LILONG HAOREIBI College will remember, Manipur University has not achieved. LILONG HAOREIBI College has, started this. Nambol Sanoy, this SK College once had, but they could not include it into UGC care list. Some sort of lobby plus quality is it. Lobby in the sense that don't let us not take it in a negative manner. You should know who is who in the helm of the affair, right? And we can approach, right? And this will be the first journal so that research scholars, teachers can go for upward mobility. Unless you get publish your articles, you are not going to go for the next stage, right? So these things are extremely important. In fact, this I have already sent to the coordinator. Coordinator can circulate. Only thing is that I was in a hurry. Some communication gap was there, so it has gone with other, effective communication for classroom management has also been included. Doesn't matter if you can utilize. That's good. But practice-based curriculum to be introduced from grade 6 and 8, right? So what is practice-based curriculum? I'm not going to highlight on that because those things. And also, you find in the website, Homogra Shiksha. Shiksha means education, inclusive education. Different, proposals are there. I think education. You belong to which? Okay, history. So what is your good name? Huh? Very. See, now when you see the name reflects whether we are conscious or not while coming on the way, Islamic English Academy, right? And we have many, institutes, schools like Oxford English Academy, Cambridge English Academy. As if something, I'm sorry, I'm not talking to you. In Manipur, we have Japan, named like America, right? Even Friday, right? And whatnot. What is this influence? That means consciously or unconsciously, we are allowing Western, Western elements invading upon us. I'm not against, but we have to be sincere. Though English is my bread and butter, I should know my identity, right? If I don't know my mother and father and to which clan I belong, knowingly I adopt Islam, I become a Christian, that's a different issue. But we should know. Not knowing our originality is very bad, right? You stay nowhere. I tell you, many Islamic countries, I can just call in Malaysia in Nottingham University. Dr. Abdul Jabbar, a friend of mine, is so religious. He doesn't eat meat even. Pure. He will embrace what is peace, right? For the humanity's sake. Even among the Christians also, the conflict is because of those semi-religious persons who want to exploit the opportunity of religion in the name of politics. And we got killed each other, right? So education does not, bifurcate you. I go about here. In education, we have no caste, creed, and color. About music, Lata Mangeshkar, why Lata Mangeshkar is so popular, why she is universal. Something is unique. You must have heard about Talak Aziz, Muhammad Rafi. See, in the name of religion, do we hate their music? No, it is not their music. It is we who adopt, who become semi-religious, who are not serious, right? Anyway, it will take, away. UGC's guideline for apprenticeship. embedded under higher education for all streams under credit system. Manipur University, we have started CBCS, choice-based credit system. We are nowhere. And you have seen, because of pandemic, what practice is going on, right? What kind of exams are going on? 3 days back, we have seen many secondary, school, students coming in the street demanding 40% mark and decide other 60 from our exam. And that also it should be online, right? We need to think what we teach, how we teach, it matters a lot. You look at American syllabus, there is no fixed syllabus. They give the guideline. So UGC is giving, this guideline under higher education for all streams under grade system. When I spoke this, some of my friends who are known as big professors, I don't like to bring the relevance of Manipur University. I'm talking about Assamese Guwahati University and Assam Central University, Silchar. They are angry against me. And I said, you teach literature, but who comes first, literature or language, right? Which is more important? Without knowing the language, how can we think about literature, right? We have to have a strong foundation, right? Look at Professor Mohendro of Economics Department. You must have heard about Dr. Jodha Chandra Sanasam, who is no more, right? He is a doctor, but his literariness in his writing, okay, many songs are there, lyrics he has written. Does we make a distinction? Look at Rabindranath Tagore. Look at, Shakespeare. Are they MA in English? Right? It is your own contribution, right? Okay? So all those involved, practices should be included. Okay? So this can be highlighted. Third-party agencies can be given. And Joseph, my young friend, very active, who have already invited many professors from University of Javaska and scholars from Oslo, I organize integrating with the students of Manipur University. Right? How they are doing? They have got their PhD degrees. See, even
they are professors in the same.
yeah, now, see, I used to give him the platform of Manipur University. No one was ready to provide. I said, one day, giving platform to European students will be a kind of contribution, right? Through him, I could invite, and in his small school, they were invited, right? So when I'm there from Manipur University, authenticating his presence, though he is connected, some sort of confidence thing. Otherwise, who wants to come to Northeast India? Northeast Indian picture is not very bright to mainland Indians, right? Am I right or wrong? You know better, right? Okay? So when you have a friend in a country, though you wish to go, if you have lot of information, it will be like, Taliban or Ukraine. No, Baba, I won't go. Even I offer you free, right? When you have someone, becomes easy. So because of him, when I supported him, right, it was possible, right? Though we have not met it in the Manipur University website, we have a lot of plans. However, LILONG HAOREIBI College is the first college who have invited him. Otherwise, in Assam, we have visited many colleges, and many principals have become, UGC peer-team visitors, right? That principal is also heading NAGVISI, right? He's retired, right? Near Kaziranga, we visited, right? So we visited many, colleges in Assam, but in Manipur, you know, we don't know. But yesterday he called me in Manipur University program. Sometimes, you know, the requirement is one has to be a professor, right? One has to be at least an associate professor. You go to the European Union's, you know, practice. They don't bother. I myself learned computer from my students. They taught me while I was in Assam University as a warden. I learned many things, right? Okay. I had given some sort of experience to Dr. Usam Deben, whom I used to play when I was in Manipur University, right? He called me because his wife is the head of the Department of Mathematics in Manipur University. I said, Tamo kamain tauni, sumai taure. I said, give the phone. I use a tactics. I do ngapaba and provide to hostels and whoever you know candidate I support, they always win. But I was giving a service. Without giving service, let us not expect anything. So I say, I remember, I will win now. You know, inviting Hemanta Biswas Sarma or you know Amit Saha may help. They are only for the soul. You need examples. We need to integrate a lot of things. Vocational skills and intricate knowledge. Now, vocational, when it comes to the question of vocational, now UGC is changing the guideline, the model. Anybody who is an expert, even Saikan Semba expert, right? No, what is their experience, and we can get the tech from. I tell you, Professor P. Kumar of Manipur University, who retired, with whom we are working. You are teaching which discipline, madam? Both, you know, Professor Kumar. I could know, you know, the moment she was responding to me, I don't know, I could, you know, claim that, oh, she understood. There are professors in the department zoology. You know, I used to tell them, see, how I catch ngaprum, you know, right? What tactics I use. Every morning, every evening, I walk towards girls' hostel. And nearby pukris and combs, I could see how many ukabis are there. Every feast also. And they listen, the researchers listen carefully to me. Okay? In the fishery department, Oda Mohilan is one, Oda Bishwanath is one. And Oda Bishwanath scholars say, hey, you are unique. Because they study, but how I relate. You know, I used to dry up that comb. I said, half a kilo of namu and ukabi will be there, and there will be no fabonga. Because they live in, clean water. Ukabi, namu, they can hide within the hyacinth. See, from practice I had learned, right? But it was not acknowledged, right? Now, UGC has laid that, experts should be invited as resource persons if you can authenticate, right? Okay? Lata Mangeshkar is the example, right? Invited everywhere. Only on Shakespeare, Tagore, we write thesis after thesis. That is for the degree. Now there is a huge gap between and the skill. We have seen many PhD scholars teaching in the colleges. They don't know the recipe of uti preparation, right? They don't prepare iromba. I don't think that they will become a good wife, right? Unless they have some support, some helpers. That means maybe she is a good, beautiful teacher, right? Qualified, having degree. If they cannot prepare, I think they are not. There is some kind of, insufficiency to claim a good citizen, right? Physical beauty is important, but the mental beauty. Whenever we go for Miss Universe or Miss World, Ultimately, the last final question depends on how intellectually strong they are. Right? It's not my thing. Okay? Universally accepted. So, new education policy 2020 incorporate all those things. Right? I'm not going to speak much. Let us come back to vocational English. You know, I'm relating today in front of Oza Uma and one of my students who is a teacher here, lecturer here, right? Oza Khogen. You must have heard about Professor Khogen, right? Jose, I'm telling a real history, giving my personal account. Oza Mohendro is also there. I was not good in English. I rarely decide to teach English for my own safe passage. It was a Zuk Thaiba in Assam. But wherever I go, I try to join the community, Missings and Bodus, right? And because I love fishing, Missings and Bodos, the basic characteristic is related to fishing as their livelihood, right? I joined there. And then I realized they are human beings. I'm also a human being. And we need to inculcate this, and I quickly adopted. And I realized when I spoke in English, they feel sleepy, right? Because they don't understand English. Though I get 2,800, that time UGC, the pay was 2,800 rupees, starting from 22,000 basic. I'm talking about 1982, right? Sorry, 1992. 88, 89, I became very popular as student leader, Remove Risang. Then Ozoi also asked me to join. Then, Youth Congress leader called me. I don't like to name. And I decided, on the other hand, insurgent, movements are emerging. So I decided, I don't like to die. I want to live for the community. So I left the state. But when I joined Manipur University, why I'm bringing, Professor Khogen rejected my case, saying that, Gambhir, look at, you can't speak a sentence correctly, nor you write a sentence correctly in the intranslation. I was rejected. I took it as a challenge. Then I approached one of my friends who completed his, schooling from Chinese school. I told him to write this way, that way, and I met Panigrahi. Panigrahi was the then governor, granted, wrote to Professor K.J. Mahale. Consider this because even Manipur University, because of this central university in Character, president is the visitor. And in any of the state university, it is a governor. Wrote to my application, special as a special case may be considered. So, Professor Keze Mahale looked at me. Why? You went to governor? I said, I want to get a seat. I started my career in, I took my admission as a brisk course student, right? 1984, I completed my graduation because of foreigners issue, everything was delayed. So thus I entered, right? But at the fact end, but I took, 4 years to complete my MA. I am not ashamed of mixing up with my junior, right? Because what I don't know, I don't know. So the person who was rejected become a head of the department where Professor Khogen used to occupy. See, I never thought about it. But what I would like to share is that intention should be very clear. Always be helpful, supportive. If you come to the class, if you are in a hurry to cover the syllabus, you can cover the syllabus. What will be the takeaways? What they have learned? Do we ever pay our attention? Do we ever evaluate how I'm teaching? Right? So, effective teaching is extremely important. So, like this, I can prepare. Now, As I said, you know, I'm visiting two universities. Now my, expertise in, ASEAN country has been expanded to Vietnam and Cambodia. Not only that, you visit Manipur University and you will find a scholar, a faculty from, Mandalay University. For that, I had to travel, convince them, because I know the logistics, right? And I learned a lot. So because I supported my students in Assam in a rural college, now they are professors. Many of them are IPS and IAS. Even before joining to Manipur University, Nirisa Raskwa told me, sir, don't go, don't join. I saw your profile. You were a student leader. Don't involve in any politics. You will be caught. Some of the politicians, I told you, they are compelled to join BJP because they have some CBI costs. Yes. Right? There is always a bargain. I mean, this is the other side of the history. So she told me, sir, don't join, involve anything. Paisa khaiba, this and that. It was, oh, be human, please. Because I supported them, right? So in return, I got the kind of, suggestion from them, right? Now I'm, enjoying the kind of patronage I have given, right? So if you really support your student, right? Support in the sense that, you know, when I visited the residence of the students, many high class, now they are in BJP, they used to criticize me. They check, come here, they will, put web on my, soldier. I know why this man is doing. It's not my culture. In fact, he was testing, whether lukun, the thread is there or not. If the thread is there, they will invite me in their kitchen, right? I invited few lecturers, assistant professor from Asupi Christian College. I asked them to eat in this, Kawada Legru Kariba, what is that? Nursing, right? They refuse to come. Whereas I go to church, I go to, mosque freely because I think I'm a human being, truly. I respect all the things. But this, universality is what? I have seen many Muslim boys fell in love with, Hindus, and many Christians getting married with Muslim. This give and take. But all these are cooked up by us in the name of religion. But religion themselves don't speak. But ultimately, your blood is red. Whether it is Christian or Muslim or Hindu, blood is red. So what is the wrong? What is the harm? Falling in love. Beauty is universal. So I remember Muhammad Rafi or Lata Mangeshkar. Their universality, we all salute and celebrate. Right? So similarly, because, okay, today I speak slightly better from my, even without, looking at the slide, because everything is on my fingertips, right? Because I have practically involved, designed many courses, right? But it is time to design a course for to promote Manipuris, right? Vocational skill requires empowerment, empowerment of all. What you teach, madam? Anthropology. Oh, such a beautiful subject. When I was a young man, Teacher Sadhana knows, we tend to move towards Manipuri department. And Manipuri department with annex and all used to have good looking girls. We were secretly, enjoying those things. It's a human instinct, right? Anthropology has a lot of socio-cultural kind of units. I have learned a lot of language is also related to society, right? Anyway, what is not related? You contribute to English department or Manipuri department, your contribution should be recognized, right? I think Joseph can speak on how to teach, integrate ICT or mathematics very effectively. That is how we used to form as a team and organize workshops in the colleges of Assam. And for the colleges, they invite because they do it because, you know why? Because for NAC accreditation or NRIF ranking, we need to invite some foreigners, some outsiders, so that it can be, recorded in the self-study report. I think though the president is organizing, but one purpose, not all, one of integrate these activities in the self-study. But in this, if you can bring more resource persons, interact, it will be for your own benefit, not mine, right? I can see, I can promise you can go to other countries. But, I think Dr. Uma was, learning Thai. Diana, how she become a university teacher? People used to criticize, hi,